All right, we back with the Boxing Clinic and more. Y'all know what it is. Your boy CJ Goodfella back on the boxing grind. And, seems like the Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua hopes have been put to rest subliminally from Deontay Wilder sending subliminal shots to Eddie Hearn. Well, not even subliminal. It's just, straight shots to Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua on Instagram. I'll link it into the description if you haven't seen it yet. But we back grinding. Boxing Clinic and more. It's your boy CJ Goodfella narrating. Y'all know what it is. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and check it out. Smash that subscribe button. Hit the bell icon so you know when we upload and go live. We're going live sometime this afternoon, 6, 7, 8 p.m. Eastern-ish standard time, somewhere in there. Going to try to fit 2 in a day. But, Wilder put a video up of a Mexican guy, talking in Spanish. And it was kind of like, translating at the bottom of the video, basically saying that Eddie and Anthony Joshua was ducking him, turned down $50 million and all this. They don't want to fight him. We know that, man. I told people from the beginning of this, man, that it wasn't going to happen. I knew Joshua's character and what he was about, when the whole Luis Ortiz thing was going on, man. I did a video on that consistently. And the reason why I keep following certain things is I put a paper trail on it so I can always go back and show people to reference, the articles and what my thoughts on it from the beginning. When people say, well, you didn't say that. Well, I dropped that video, like 8 videos on it, man. It was the same thing from the Luis Ortiz situation. I knew what type of character Anthony Joshua had when it came to Luis Ortiz, man, before he failed that drug test. The whole situation was Klitschko was ordered to face Luis Ortiz for the WBA championship belt, the super. And, Klitschko asked him, could he just let him and Joshua fight for the belt. They cut a deal with Ortiz, and no matter what happened, Ortiz was next. If it was a win or a rematch, somebody wanted a rematch, Ortiz had to get next. And then, Anthony Joshua played him. He played the Puev card, knowing that Puev was never going to fight him because he said he wasn't physically healthy enough. And then when he did all that ducking and dodging with Luis Ortiz, I knew his true colors, that he was a punani. There was no doubt about it. But, now Joshua is, now Wilder's trying to do something that's damn near impossible, and that's really change public perception of Anthony Joshua. He don't care what people think about him in the United States. You got to change that public perception in the UK, and, he can't do that. That's damn near impossible for him. Even to completely change public perception of Joshua in the United States, where it seemed like Joshua got more supporters in the United States than Deontay Wilder. That's how people hate him or dislike Deontay Wilder that much. But he put the video up of them, not taking the offer. And we already know what it is. People that's not biased, and people, and people that know what's going on. You got people that go in the comments, well, he fought 40 fights and he didn't fight anybody and this and that. I mean, what does it matter? He beat Luis Ortiz. That's the same Ortiz that Anthony Joshua ducked. Who did Anthony Joshua beat? Dylan White is fried turkey neck. Charles Martin was garbage. We know that. Vladimir Klitschko was a guy that was knocked out several times before. So you tell me who he beat. Joseph Parker, I told you he was trash, man. He lost to Andy Ruiz technically. So he ain't fought nobody neither. And if you want to pull that card up and you say, well, Deontay ain't fought nobody, then if Deontay hasn't fought anybody, why is it so hard to make a fight with him? If he a bum, why is it Anthony Joshua hiding? We know what it is, man. And Deontay Wilder, it's time for him to lead and trailblaze and just go on and do something else. You even got Big Baby Miller, who did an interview with Blue Blood Sports. Shout out to Blue Blood Sports one time for the one time. And, he said right in front of his little Ferrari, I don't know how big ass fit in the Ferrari, but he said that, AJ is ducking Wilder. He going to get in some Wilder shots and shit like that. He going to hit on Wilder regardless, but, everybody know Joshua was scared of Wilder. I mean, even the UK people that continue to defend him. But it's time to close this chapter, man. That's what this video about. It's time to close the chapter on this, man. Fuck that undisputed shit, man. This is the heavyweight division. That ain't been shit in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Even when Joshua fought Klitschko, people act like that was the greatest fight of all time. It's not the greatest heavyweight fight of all time. It's not even probably a top 20 heavyweight fight of all time. You got a grandpa versus an up-and-comer. You know what I'm saying? This ain't what the heavyweight division used to be about. And like I said, man, the boxing has rolled on without this division, and for many, many years, and it will continue to roll on without this division. This fight don't happen, I'm not gonna lose no sleep about it no more. It was a good fight. It was something that could have brought the division back. Obviously, Eddie and his his pit bull, Anthony Joshua, or his poodle, Anthony Joshua. They don't want to fight. And if I'm Deontay Wilder, I close this chapter and I just be the WBC champion. I go 50-0, and I just turn my focus to that and clean up my side, United States, and beat all these United States fighters. You know, if I got to fight Brazil, and if I got to fight Big Baby Miller, you know, if I got to fight whoever, you know, I'm just gonna continue to keep my hands dirty, get my hands dirty and do work. But I beat Ortiz again. You know, if Puev want to fight, if Povetkin want to fight, if Joseph Parker want to fight, Dylan White want to fight, want to come over here and run a fair one, I'm just gonna continue to clean up who I clean up. You know, you might have to take a page out the Pacquiao book. You know, when Joshua beat somebody, you come back behind them and beat them more impressively. But you know, obviously, you know, I would just give it up, man. You know, and when they came to negotiate, man, I wouldn't even listen to them, dog. Either you come to the United States for the same amount of money you gave me, the 12.5 or 15 million, whatever they rebuffed it to, or we ain't got to fight. You know, I'm saying there's been plenty of great champions that never been undisputed with all 4 belts. And anybody that know boxing could look at it and tell you that Wilder the better fighter. You know, they can try to push Anthony Joshua as the better fighter. You know, you watch the film don't lie. The last 2 fights, dude, is garbage, dog. And I've been telling people that. People want to argue, well, you can't disrespect the champion. These niggas ain't really champions. A lot of these niggas that hold belts, they not really champions, dog. We know that, dog. You know, you are really Anthony Joshua in the grand scheme of things. I mean, I can name 20 fucking heavyweights that'll wipe the floor with him. You probably can name 29 champion heavyweights that could probably wipe the floor with him. You know, David Tua will beat that ass. You know what I'm saying? You know, Ernie Shavers. You know, keep going. You know, Michael Spinks will probably beat him. You know, a lot of different guys. Evander Holyfield, you know. You can name champions and non-champions. You know, that probably whoop him. It probably could whoop Deontay Wilder as well, too. So, at the end of the day, this ain't, like I said, if I'm Wilder, I just continue to do what I do, man, and keep working, you know. And then when they want to come back and talk, man, it got to be on my terms and not at all. But, you know, pussies don't come back. You know, I think what's going to happen is Joshua's going to lose, or one of these guys going to lose, and then the winner, whoever still got their belt's going to try to make that fight with somebody else. Like I said, I don't see this fight happening. Eddie Hearn, you know, about Wilder, I'm not listening to shit they got to say. And they probably, you know, Eddie Hearn putting his money into Tyson Fury coming back, and people, you know, saying that Wilder should turn his attention to Tyson Fury. That fat fuck ain't coming back, man. I'll tell you that right now. You know, he on that. He was on that shit, man. It's hard for your body to recover, to get back in shape and tone back up and get back where it was and get back your faculties when you had some artificial substance in your body. He ain't coming back on a world championship level for real, man. Somebody gonna end up knocking him the fuck out, dog. You know what I'm saying? He if he do come back, he's a long ways away for coming back on a championship type of level, man. You know, he talk all that junk. He came in there fooling around, man. You already see what they on. You know, he come back August 18th from Carl Frampton card, and that card ain't shit neither. So don't expect him to come in there versus a big opponent. But I'm just saying, basically, it's time for Wilder just to continue to move on, act like Joshua don't exist. I won't say no more Joshua, ain't questions or nothing like that. It's time to move on and just be the WBC champion. Just let Joshua do what he do. Karma got a strange way of playing their role and playing their part in situations like this. It's TBC and more. Y'all know what it is. Your boy Goodfella, man. Don't forget, we got the links in the description on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And if you want to donate, we got the PayPal link in the description as well. And I'm gonna link that video of Wilder clowning Eddie and Joshua in the description as well. So y'all go ahead and check that out. We gone. Peace.